Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. Welcome to my channel. I'm with TL Wigs and I'm at Pretty Wigs Please. Now today I'm going to be showing us how I secure my lace front wig to my head. You know, I already made a video about how I secured my basic cap wig. So today we're going to do lace front wig. Before I get into it, you guys, real quick, I just want to invite y'all to come over to the TL Wigs private Facebook group. It's called TL Wigs Support, Inspiration, and Education. We'd love to have you join us over there so we can get to know each other. You can get all your questions answered, and we just have a lot of fun there. Okay, I'm going to get started and tell y'all that I have several products here that I use to secure my lace. Excuse me. And I will list each of these products below in my description that'll take you to where you can purchase these if you're interested in any of these. Okay, well, I'm going to take, here, I'll show you Cherry real quick. My goodness. Sorry. Okay, so this is my Beltress Cherry. I'm going to take her off and we'll get started. This is going to be messy because I've got a few different products here, but it's okay because it's for the cause, because I love y'all. Okay, probably my go-to is this It Stays. And I'm just going to demonstrate so we can try to do this as fast as possible. So this It Stays, it's just body roll-on adhesive. And I'm going to take my wig grip off. And I just start over here where I know my lace goes to here, temple to temple. Sometimes you'll have lace that comes down here. And if it does, just roll it down there. So you go where, see, my hairline goes way far back on my head. But, you know, I'd say about right here would be my natural hairline should be. So I'll just take this and I'll rub it many times, you know, 4 or 5 times. Till I feel like I have a decent amount of this adhesive on. And then I just take my piece. Come here, Cherry. Did you see how I just slid that up on there? And now I'm going to come up here and just adjust my lace, pull it up. And that's a little moist, you know. Now, when I get my hair is situated where I want it to stay for the day, and I've got that adhesive under my lace, I just take my fingers and I flatten them down on that lace. I can hear it. It is melting into my head, into that adhesive. Now, I will hold it there just for, I don't know, you know, some seconds, a minute. No, not even a minute. I'll just hold it there, you know, honestly, not too much longer than this. And I'll press down pretty firmly. I mean, I can actually feel that. I am pressing down all the way to the side, temple to temple. There. Then just walk around your house for a second and kind of let that dry on there. And it's on there. I mean, it's not going anywhere. And also what that helps do, especially after you've had a piece for a while, you know, when you get a brand new wig, usually that lace will just grip right to you and it'd be great. After you've wore a piece a ton, like I have wore this particular piece, your lace will loosen up a little bit sometimes and you might have to work with it just for a second. That's why I just push flat down with my fingers to make it secure. And then it's just, look, it looks great. Now I'm going to take this off before it really dries because now I want to show you this. My second go-to is this Eban Wonder Bond. Now this stuff is kind of strong, and I mean, I like this stuff. Like in the summer, I chose this one quite a bit because this is water soluble, this It Stays. If you start sweating a lot or something like that, it's going to come loose because it's water soluble. Now, a lot of times when that happens, if you'll just wait a minute till you stop sweating so bad, it'll just go ahead and re-adhere itself. But this stuff right here, it's kind of powerful. And I appreciated this in the hot summer here in Texas because I sweat a lot. You know, no matter what you're doing, you're going to sweat. And I didn't want it to come off. And I started using this. And boy, this stuff kind of held it on there through thick and thin, so that was good. Now, I do this kind of messy, but I just kind of cover up my face right here. One, because I've got makeup on, and I don't want this mess all over my face or in my eyes. And I'm just going to spray it. And I might spray it again. Okay, now I know I've got a decent amount on there. I'll let this get tacky for seconds. I'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about it. Let it get a little bit tacky. It's pretty see-through. I mean, you can't tell that it's on there. Now, again, dive into my wig, pull my lace where I want it to be, adjust my ear tabs. Now, this is where I want my wig to sit for the day. So, same process. I'm going to take my fingers, press it down, hold, just like I told you a while ago with the It Stays. And I think you'll find that this stuff right here, it stays on. And we're going to talk about how to get these off at the end of the day. Okay, so that's Eban Wonderbond. Got to be glued. I think there's several of these type, but this is the one that I've used. I've only used this a few times. Honestly, probably just because I'm just so used to my It Stays that I just haven't used it very much, but it works. And it works good. I've used this a few times. Anyway, you just squeeze out a little bit. Don't get too terribly much. Don't go too crazy with it. So here it is again. And then it's just what you might think. You just come across and rub it everywhere that you want it to be. You would need a little more than I just put on there, because you know, you want it to be a little moist. Same exact thing. You don't have to let it get tacky. You just put your wig back on. Let that lace slide right up, and you'll feel it's moist on there. Same process. Take your fingers, put it on that lace, and just press it into your head. Okay, so there's that one. And these every one of these dry very quickly, so you don't have to worry about that. The last thing I wanted to show y'all, because I'm so excited about this, I actually thought about doing a whole video just on this little stuff right here. I came across this on Amazon. This is by Eban, and it's these little, this is how it came in this little package of 4. It's this little tiny tubes of adhesive for your lace front. So you could call it a little travel thing, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes when I'll be wearing a piece, I'll get it all glued on for the day and head out to town. And sometimes I'll look and a little piece of the lace has come up right here, just like in one little spot. The rest of it will still be all nice, and then one little spot came up. And I'll just be messing with it a couple of times trying to get it go back down and stick, you know. Especially after you've had a piece and wore it a lot, sometimes they get a little loose in a place or two. I've been using this little stuff. I love it. You can just take this. Okay, here, I'll put it back on. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be fast, y'all. And I know I'm talking fast. It's just, I don't want the video to be terribly long. Okay. So there it is. Let's just say you've got this one little piece right here, and it just keeps lifting just a tiny little bit. You can take this stuff and just squeeze a little. It's white. It's real white, but it dries clear. Just put a little bit in that one spot that you're having an issue with. Press it down. Miracle stuff. So these are just really handy in this little tiny tube. So I think these are a great tiny little investment. It wasn't very expensive at all. And just keep these around. And I'm going to tell you what I've done is I've tested it. Like after I've let it dry, I've tested it. And boy, this little stuff works. It's by Eban. It's by the same company. So that's just great. Okay, just wanted to share that with you. Okay, now, so here we are, guys. We've wore our piece all day long, and it's on there. It's secure. When you come home, you also need one of these water bottles. I can't make it without these water bottles. I have a couple of them. Now, you can take this water bottle, all these come off with water. There's other things you can use, like that lace let go, especially like for this one that is really, this stuff really sticks on there. You might want to use some of that lace let go, and I'll leave a link for that too. I'll try to remember, because I think it's got alcohol in it, and sometimes you need a little help with something that's real strong like this. But all these others just come off with water, and honestly, I get this one off with water too. It might take you 5 extra seconds, but it comes off with water. That's why I wasn't too concerned about it. But at night, I'll take my clothes off, and I'll be ready to take my hair off, and I'll just hold my hand right here, and I'll just spray, 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 just about that many times, and I'll just let it set 1 second, and that water will just loosen it up from your head, and then you just simply take your piece off. Now, you can also use, I thought I brought a washcloth. You can wet a washcloth and just kind of squeeze it on there. To me, that's kind of messy. I know this seems like it would be messier, but somehow it's not. A wash rag, it just kind of drips all down my face. But anyway, you can take a washcloth and just dab it with water, and that will remove it. So just whatever your preferred method is, just to put some water on there. And you might have to let it set a few seconds, and then it'll just release. Now, I do want to say this while I'm thinking about it. When you take your lace front wig off, and you've had that adhesive on there because it's sticky, do wet you a washcloth or take you a makeup wipe and go over this very gently to remove that residue. And sometimes it'll get down into your ear tab. Wash that ear tab, wash that lace with your makeup wipe or a wet wash rag, and just take that residue off. Then what I usually do is I'll either put it on my wig stand to dry, or I'll hang mine by the tag, hang it upside down, because this part will be a little wet now because you've got water on it. So I'll just let it dry, and then when it dries, sometimes there'll be a drop crunchy just because you had product on there. But just take your wide tooth comb right here, y'all. A wide tooth comb. This is the John Renault wide tooth comb. Tracy has them on our website, on the T.O. Wigs website. If you'll go to accessories on the website, you'll see this little comb. It's inexpensive, and this is a must-have. But anyway, you'll just take your little comb and brush it out, and it'll just be perfect. And then you're ready to go, and I don't think I forgot anything. So we did basic cap. Now that was lace front. Now we've got hand-tied caps. We'll maybe get to that another time, but honestly, it's pretty much just like lace fronts. The way you adhere the lace, it's just really the same thing. Guys, I have a special place in my heart for new wig wearers, and I just want to bring you any information that I can think of so that you don't have to struggle wondering, you know, how to do these things. So I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I want to keep sharing all these tips and tricks with y'all. I've got a lot more to come because I've had a lot of great ideas. Now that I've been wearing wigs over a year, sometimes I remind myself, hey, I remember when this was problematic for me. So I want to share these things with y'all to make it easier for you. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.